Hello, everyone, and welcome to another combined episode between me, Chubby Pug Yarn, and Frida, who is knitting with you. So today we're having a combined podcast because we are going to do a drawing because we have had a knit along together for the Hitofere cardigan, and the knit along is over since the 1st of September. So now we are going to have a drawing later on in this episode. But first on, we are going to talk about our knitting and what we have been doing since we podcasted last. And I know that Frida have been doing some knitting.
Yes. I wanted to do some lace knitting because I had a gradient that I thought was really, really pretty, and I had such a hard time to find the perfect pattern. But I was watching FO and Die podcast, and a few of their friends are making the Evenstar, and I thought, yeah, I have been looking at that pattern before when I was a really, really new knitter, and that pattern really scared me because it seemed so hard, and everyone said that it took such a long time. So I started knitting it, and it went much quicker than I thought it would. So I decided to challenge myself and see how quick I could finish it, and I finished it in 7 days. So here it is in all its glory, blocked and all. And this yarn is from Tricotry. It's her merino silk lace, and the colorway is Ship of Lights. But the black edging is also a Tricotry yarn, but it's not from the same skein because I wasn't sure that I had enough. So this is the black part of her Winter is Coming gradient, and I think it's a superwash merino lace, so it's a little bit thicker than the silk lace, but you really can't tell when it's like this. But I'm really happy with it, and I think this will be a really nice shawl. I think I'll wear it something like this. It's really light.
It looks really, really nice.
Yeah, and it's so soft. I'm really happy with it. So, and the Evenstar, well, sometimes I cast a lot because some repeats are really boring and some rows are really, really long. But it's not really hard, it just takes a lot of patience. So if it's a pattern that you really want to make, I think you should try, because there isn't any really complicated stitches or long pattern repeats. You just have to have patience to finish all those really, really long rows. And that's all I have finished.
Yeah, I haven't finished anything. Or maybe you could call it's a finished part that I could talk about. I'm still struggling with my Icelandic sweater. So this is a finished sleeve. I was very confident last episode I recorded that, I will knit the second one during a week, but this is the first sleeve still. I have been doing quite a lot of other cast-ons, but this is one. So it's 53 centimeters, so adult male size.
It's really beautiful.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. It's quite annoying with the yarn because it breaks so easily, because it's these thin threads that aren't, it's hardly any twist in them. But the fabric is really, really nice. So now I just need the second sleeve. which I have cast on but not knit anymore than the cast on. So it's coming along at least. So that's quite nice. Maybe I should take some. I have one of the other ongoing projects, which is my Icelandic socks. My plan is to finish them before I'm going to Iceland, because I'm going in 2.5 weeks with work for a big conference, and I want to have my Icelandic themed socks ready. So this is the second one. Not so much yet. It's almost half of the leg part. So they are inspired by the Hallgrim Kirka, and the pattern is from Cookie A and called Reykjavik socks, I believe. So this is the second one, and the first one had been finished for a while. I think I have a sock blocker. Yes. 4/8. Let's see. So it's quite fast knitting, but I get this nice striping patterning on them. So I believe I will be finished before I take the airplane, so I don't have to knit the last pieces on the airplane to Iceland. But it's going pretty well, and I really want to knit quite a lot of socks because Mina, who has the Knitting Expert podcast, is having a knit along during September on the letter S, so you can knit sweaters, shawls, socks, and have in the knit along. So therefore I knit quite a lot of socks at the moment. But maybe you want to talk about some knitting?
Yeah.
Ongoing?
I have a hoe. Almost, not really. I have this sock.
Ooh.
And this is also tricot. It has gold sparkles in it. And this colorway is Felix 3. And the toe is Nerd Girl Yarn's yarn. I believe it's Chevy Impala, but I'm not sure. And that's also sparkly, but it has silver sparkles, but you can't really tell when everything kind of floats together. And I'm making a afterthought heel. I haven't decided what yarn I will use for the heel yet, and I got some second sock syndrome, so I never even cast on the second sock. This sock has been finished for a few days now, but here's the cake.
Ooh.
Really, really pretty. And I don't remember what fiber blend is in here, but the yarn is really soft and the sparkles are really soft too. It's not that harsh, scratchy glitter that you sometimes see in yarns. I really, really love Tricot and the yarns she produces. So that's one of my projects. Do you want to take another between?
I can take another one. I can stay on my my sock spree. This one I haven't shown because I started this after our last podcast. Let's see. Take the one. It's a lot easier, I think, to have a blocker for it. This is actually the first pattern I added to my library on Ravelry in 2010. But now I'm finally doing it. So it's tiny little owls. It's a lot darker actually, but my lighting isn't any good. So I think the pattern is called Owly. I'm not sure, but it's just cabling with beads. So it's the first time doing beads for me, but it's I use a crochet hook and it works really well. And the yarn,
Yeah, go ahead.
the yarn is Jinx yarns. Let's see if I have the band for it. So, and this one is merino sock, so it's superwash merino, 400 meters, 100 grams. So just regular sock yarn. But it's really nice and soft, so I like it quite a lot. What were you going to say?
I had a hard time not laughing because one of the first patterns I bought was that one. I had done some vanilla socks just to learn knitting, and I think I had made a shawl or maybe two, and then I wanted to make something for my sister, and she really wanted those socks, and I tried and I tried and I tried and I just couldn't make it work. My gauge was off, or I got the cables wrong. I just was in over my head. It was too much. But I have been thinking recently that I should give them another chance, but I don't know, they are still, I'm not afraid of them, but I think I was so annoyed with them at the end. So
You get tired of them,
yeah,
kind of.
I think they have to rest a bit longer.
Yeah. I get quite addicted because when it took some time to do the first ones, but then when I saw the cute owls, I wanted to knit to the second pair to see them.
Yeah.
So I haven't really forgotten about them until now, and saw it like in the first page of my library and said, "Oh, now I definitely have enough confidence to try them." So
yeah, I actually have to go to my library and see how many patterns I had bought before I bought that one.
I can show you one of the nice little gadget things also that I have been using for this. Since I almost always have a sock knitting in my bag that I have to work. So if I get 10 minutes on my lunch break, I can sit and knit. And I always have the problem with my needles falling out everywhere and stitches running away and stuff. So I found these that I have on my needles. So it's actually 2 wooden pieces with an elastic in between that I ordered on Etsy. I actually don't remember what the shop was called, but they were from Finland and they used like old material to reuse for knitting gadgets and stuff. So I thought it was quite cool, and they work really, really well to keep my knitting safe. I have had like a tube in thicker paper, but that wasn't working out so well. It was falling out anyway. So this wooden caps with elastic I really like.
Yeah, the owly socks were the first pattern I bought that I actually knitted from.
Yeah.
I had saved 1 or 2 other patterns for some dog sweaters, but I didn't use them. But the owly socks.
Yeah. It's probably notable that we have quite a similar taste sometimes.
Yeah. I know that those socks were quite popular at the time, but yeah. That's really fun.
Yeah. Do you want to take another piece of knitting?
Last project that I have is a baby cardigan that I have finished one sleeve and I don't have so far to go on the second sleeve, and I'm making all the edges white.
Yeah.
And the button bands will also be white. And I don't think I have them here, but I have some embroidered, like, oh, what do you call them? That you sew or iron on, like patches, but they are more decorative. Well, I can't remember the word, but I have with roses that will be one on each side, so it will hopefully get a bit of 50s feel, maybe. And the yarn that I'm using is Sandnes Mini Duet, and they have this very sexy colorway 4312. And the pattern I'm using, this is actually quite interesting because I was looking for just a basic raglan baby sweater that was available in both baby and toddler sizes and in fingering weight. And I couldn't find one that I actually liked. And I was too lazy to do the math myself. So I went on Etsy and I found this pattern. It's the striped cardigan by Florence Merlin, and I don't remember what her shop was called. Sorry. And yeah, I'm making it according to the pattern, but I'm not making the stripes. And I quite like this pattern. It's from newborn to 12 months, so I'm making the 12-month size, but I'm using a gauge that makes it a little bit larger, so it will fit the little girl that I'm making it for. So when I'm finished with this one, I will make another one for her baby sister, so they can have sibling cardigans.
That's so cute.
Yeah. And that's all I'm knitting on at the moment. So now it's all you.
Yes. I have a baby sweater that I cast it on when I was going down to Sweden last Thursday.
So we are both making socks and baby sweaters.
Yes. So this is how far I have gotten.
That's adorable.
So it's so cute.
Yeah.
So I'm just having, it's going to be a Latvian braid and then ribbing on the end. But this, the only time I have knitted Latvian braid, it was with two colors. So it was a little bit different. Let's see, because it's a braid. Oh, it's too bright. It's a braid up here in the border in only one color. So that was a new thing, but it was really easy. And the pattern is, I don't know if it's supposed to be pronounced as I would do, because I'm reading Anders as the Swedish name, or if it's supposed to be Anders, I don't know. But it's this is the 6 month to 12 month size, and the yarn is John Arbon Textiles, knit by numbers, I think it's called. Yeah, knit by numbers. So it's a sport weight merino, and they also have very sexy names. It's creamy white. It washes out really easy. And then this green. And I don't know which is which, because KBN 55 is one of them, and KBN 70 is the other one. I don't know which is which, but it's a green and a white one. So it's one sleeve to go. And I'm planning to find some maybe wooden buttons, or they have quite a lot of metal buttons, like traditional Norwegian ones. So I'm thinking about having either one of them, those when I'm finished. So that's the knitting I have been doing. Let's see, and then I have some spinning progress. Finally, me and my spinning wheel, sometimes we work really well together and sometimes we are not. But now I have my tiny bobbin full. I don't know. Oh, it washes out so easily. Oh, there. So it's quite thick and thin. This is merino, nylon, and stellina from Vivid Yarn Studios. So. The colorway is called Isabel, and this is how much I have left of it. So I have no idea if I'm going to do a 2-ply or 3-ply. I haven't decided. My first plan was doing socks, but the fiber wants to spin really thick, so it wasn't at all as I expected it to be. But something it will be, probably. It's a really nice fiber. I'm lucky because I can get it in Norway, because there's a store that takes home these, so that's really, really nice. And then I have been doing some cross stitch on the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery Christmas cross stitch along, or what you will call it. They release a clue every month, so you have 4 clues, and then you will be finished in December. I have been working really slowly, but now it's starting to be. This is going to be the toy shop. So the walls and the little elf is new. The first time I'm doing cross stitch on linen, so it's a little bit differently because I need to count the threads all the time. So I need good lighting and I need to be like really awake in my head. So it's not anything I do in the work days. I do it on the weekends, but it's nice to have something to cuddle up with in the afternoons, in the weekends. So
was it sparkly?
Yeah, the fabric is sparkly. But then I'm going to add some threads that are sparkly too, but I haven't gotten so far yet.
It's really pretty.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Is it hard to embroider on linen? I haven't dared to try yet.
It's a little bit because you need to count the threads to make 1, 2, 1, 2. But then when you have something to relate to, like if I'm going to add the roof, I have something to relate to, and then it's just as easy. I expected it to be a lot more uneven because the threads are a little bit in different sizes.
Yeah.
But it's coming out really evenly and either way, so I like it a little bit more than Aida, I think, because the fabric is more like a plain fabric. The Aida, you have like the squares where you don't do the cross stitch, you see the squares anyway. So this is like a plain background where you do the cross stitch. So I really like it, actually. It's really nice. And it's quite interesting to do because the fabric is hand dyed to the kit. And also, I don't know if you can see it, but the Santa Claus is like the bag and his hat are like in different shades.
Yeah, I can tell.
So that's some of the threads you get in the kit are hand dyed as well.
So they are like semi-solids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. So I wasn't like reading up on it. So I was like, hey, it's shifting in colors. That was nice. So, but then this like the green and red is semi-solid hand dyed embroidery floss. So a little bit weird, but of course, if you can hand dye yarn, why shouldn't you hand dye your embroidery floss?
It gives
So
it a lot of depth and give it
yeah,
more life.
yeah, absolutely. So I think it's really nice.
Yeah.
It's quite expensive to get it, like ship it from the US to here, but once just to try it, it was definitely worth it. So we will see if I will be finished before Christmas.
There will be other Christmases.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but that's all the things I'm working on. So maybe
Yeah.
it's only the fun stuff left.
I think so too. And I have to open on my computer to make sure that I don't miss any of the prizes. Yeah, here I have it. So, should we start with the third winner and work our way up?
Yeah, I think so. Build some
So,
excitement.
yeah. So the third prize is one of the pattern from the designer of the Hitofide, which is Hiroku Fukatsu. And those patterns are Myrton Mittens, Myrton Hat, Frida, Gala, Horai Scarf, Lull, or Polaris. So there are a few of her patterns that are paid for patterns and they are all really pretty. And I have the random number generator on my phone, and you have Ravelry up, I guess.
Yeah.
And the numbers were
From number 3 to, let's see, 7.
okay. So I haven't hit generate yet, but I have 3 to 7. I'm not sure if you can tell.
Yeah, I can see it.
And I hit generate, and the winner of a pattern is number 4.
Number 4, which is Sarah 12. I believe she's from New Zealand. Yeah.
Great.
Sarah from New Zealand.
So Sarah, contact me, and I'm Solregn on Ravelry. I will put it down here so it's easier to find. And tell me which one of the patterns you want, and I'll send it to you on Ravelry. And the second winner gets 2 skeins of Keto in this lovely purple colorway. And this is 100% silk. It's 50 grams and 425 meters. And the colorway is Chou Rouge. I can't pronounce French, but I hope that's right. So the winner of those are, I'll show you that I haven't changed the numbers, and I hit generate. That was for again. So I do it again, and the winner is number 6.
Let's see. Jules R Makes is number 6. There's no name, but I bet it's Jules, maybe, from Texas.
So contact me on Ravelry and give me your shipping address, and I'll send the yarn out to you. And I will probably add some other small Japanese themed goodies, like, I don't know, some stationaries or candies or something like that. And now for the big prize winner.
Drum roll.
And this prize is a bag from Kicks and Giggles, and the bag is light blue with some Japanese girls and parasols and other lovely Japanese things, and also a set of stitch markers that are sushi. So let's see who the lucky winner is.
Ooh, exciting.
It was number 6 again. And it's number 5.
Let's see. Number 5 is, I don't know, Asteroid? Maybe. Sorry if I'm butchering your name. Reverie names isn't easy. Let's see. From Portugal. I don't know. Asteroid, I think I would pronounce it. It's a really beautiful sweater anyway. Yay!
And in this case, you have to contact both me and Emma, because I'm shipping the bag and Emma are in charge of the stitch markers.
Yes.
So when I get your address, I will give it to Kicks and Giggles, who then will ship the bag to you, and I guess that's
the same with the stitch markers.
So the Etsy stores that are making the prices are shipping them separately to you. So you will get 2 packages in the mail.
Yeah, and also congratulations to all of you that have finished Hit Off for the cardigan, because we are all winners that have a beautiful cardigan.
They're really pretty, each and every one of them, and I hope that you that haven't finished yet find the time and energy to do so, because it's a really, really lovely pattern and a lovely cardigan.
Yeah. And also it has been really nice to have a knit along. Yeah. So huge thanks to all of you, and to you, Frida, for keeping me company.
I hope we can do something similar again, because it was really fun, and everyone who was chatting in the thread were so nice to each other and sharing each other on, and anytime you needed a positive boost, you just had to go in there and read all the nice comments. Yeah. And it was great.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that is it.
Yeah.
So, hopefully I can go on and edit this and we can get it up soon.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Bye to everyone, and happy knitting, spinning, crocheting, or whatever you do. Bye.
Bye.